Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we do it live every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Chatmosa. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Wednesday, March 18th. So with me on the mic, we have some fabulous co-hosts. We have my gorgeous Moon, my Icy Chili, and my Libra Queen. Hey, ladies.
Hello.
Good
Hey
morning.
y'all.
And shout out to the listeners holding it down in the chat as well. Don't forget to subscribe to a bitch. Head over to auntiederek.com and hit the big green subscribe button at the top left. Join my mailing list. It's completely free. And you'll get your daily inbox hugs from me, honey. Don't you want to be hugged by me? Well, oh, and also happy birthday, Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah celebrates her birthday today. I don't know how old she is, but I know whatever it is, she don't look her age. So happy birthday to that queen.
She's a Pisces. Look at that. Look at
Mhm.
God.
Well, we won't hold it against her.
Uh, Pisces women are the bomb. They are sisters to Cancer women. Those are my
Excuse me.
girls.
They
Excuse
are
me.
indeed. And shout out to the
I only
Queen Pisces up in here.
listen. I only recognize the March ones. Okay, for the most part, I only recognize the March ones. Amen. Amen.
Amen,
But
amen.
if y'all seen Queen Latifah at the her shoot for after the Oscars for the
Yes.
Oscar parties, oh my god, you talking about
Thank you.
fine?
Oh,
Fabulous.
Mm-mm-mm.
She looks fabulous.
I'm
The
putting her
fabulous
on the
queen.
list that if somebody was to come and pull up on me, she's added to the list. I would definitely consider.
Ow.
Her, Womi.
That's your inner lesbian, huh?
hmm
Well,
And I like them thick too. So look, I said,
well, Queen and Woomy, there you go, honey.
She does look good, I swear.
She does.
yes, that's it. That red was looking good. That up, that high butt. Look, she was working. I don't know. Shit, black don't crack sometimes. I'm telling you, sometimes it just don't.
It, you don't. Well, honey, I think we can go ahead and we got a whole bunch of tea on this list to go through. So let's go ahead and jump right in, honey.
Okay, tea time.
Yes. Well, Moon said Queen Latifah was working. Somebody who was accused of not working is Sheriff Nano over in Arizona, and how they feel that he wasn't doing his best to locate Savannah's mom, Nancy Guthrie. So y'all should see I have here by way of TMZ. Sheriff leading Nancy Guthrie search hit with recall bid over embarrassing effort.
Damn.
Girl,
Damn, why they do him like that?
they say, get your
There
ass
ain't no
out of here.
leave.
Wow, he doing the best he can. I mean, it's not an easy case. Poor sheriff.
Mhm.
Damn, a recall off of one case?
Oh,
Right.
a
Damn.
recall
Listen,
campaign, baby. They campaigning for this shit. Get this motherfucker out of here. Do you want him out of here? Get him out of here.
Oh, I mean, he might be a
damn.
piece of shit. I don't know, but I mean, what can you do? There's no leads. Like, well, he can't make them up.
Oh, poor man.
Jeez. In his, oh, damn.
I mean, they pulled images off the camera that they thought they could get. No, come on, man. This man is really trying. Y'all stop.
He's
I
trying, but I guess
know.
he's trying his best, but well, the people feel that his best is not good enough.
I
Well,
guess.
I wish they would have been that strict with damn Trump. What the hell?
Make that up, okay?
God damn.
Well, this starts off. There's a full-blown recall push brewing in Arizona, with the local sheriff leading the search for Nancy Guthrie getting dragged over what critics are calling his embarrassing efforts, and he isn't dodging the backlash. The push to boot him is being led by Republican congressional candidate Daniel Gutierrez, who says the handling of the case by Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos has been embarrassing across the board. He's also throwing in claims the sheriff fudged parts of his employment history. Sheriff Nanos admitted a recall is the public's right, saying, "We'll always honor the will of the people, and that's what makes democracy." He's got some time to react as Gutierrez mounts his organizational efforts. Gutierrez officially kicked things off last Thursday, giving himself 120 days to gather enough signatures to force Nanos out. All while county officials are set to review questions about the sheriff's employment history later this month. Meanwhile, All this political chaos is unfolding against the backdrop of a much bigger issue: the ongoing search for Savannah Guthrie's mom, Nancy, who was abducted from her Tucson home in the middle of the night back on February 1st. Mm-mm. So yeah,
She done gone to be with Jesus. I can tell you that.
Ugh.
unfortunately, I'm
But
with.
again, he didn't. Nobody has enough smoke for Donald Trump, but you got all the smoke for this little sheriff working, trying to make nothing out of something. Hmm.
Mhm.
Something out of nothing.
Or something out of nothing. I'm
I think
sorry.
she had it right the first time. Let me stop.
You know what I meant.
Don't
Thank
do him
you.
like
Yeah.
that. Don't do him like that, y'all.
But
Let me stop.
honestly, I mean,
That's messed up. But like you say, that's people have a right to do that. So
yeah. And of
it's
course, it's a
fair.
Republican. Hmm.
And just like you said, Moon, why y'all don't got the damn that smoke for your fucking leader who done got up in office twice and ain't did shit but fuck it up.
And now we're in a war that clearly was started because he's an idiot.
Oh yes.
But you, but you want to get this man at his job. Okay.
Yeah, right. They always talk about Putin holding the leash, but I think they got the wrong one. That other person
Hmm.
holding the leash. For
Hmm.
real, to drug us into his bullshit.
Hmm.
Mhm. Well, while we still talking about, people of the Today Show, are y'all familiar with Dylan?
No.
Dylan from
Who's that?
the White Girl. So if you ever watched the third hour, especially back like for the past few years, you'll notice it was usually Al Roker, Craig Melvin, Chanel, and the white lady, Dylan. Who
Mm.
usually I liked her a lot. She always usually you know, added spunk. I
Lord.
like her. Well,
Okay.
she's getting divorced. And you
Oh.
see where it says today co-host Dylan Dreyer files for divorce from Brian Fitzgerald.
Oh.
Everybody getting divorced, honey.
Well.
Well, today co-host Dylan Dreyer has filed for divorce from her estranged husband, Brian Fitzgerald, TMZ has learned. The official filing comes months after the pair first announced their separation in July. Us Weekly was the first to report the news. Dreyer spoke about their split in November, shedding light on their relationship. She opened up on Today with Jenna and friends. There's something freeing, I think, for Brian and I, where whatever reasons, whatever broke in a marriage, you could either fix it, if you can, and ideally you would, and you would, and you try to fix things. She said, or you accept that it's broken and you take this new step forward. She added, "We are no longer husband and wife, and all those things that were broken, I didn't hold them against you because we've accepted they're broken. That's why we're separated. So now let's move forward as friends. I can be a better friend than a wife." According to People, the former couple wed in 2012 after starting their romance when they were both working at NBC's Boston affiliate station, WHDH-TV. Dreyer was a meteorologist, and Fitzgerald was an in studio technician. They reportedly moved from Boston to New York when Dreyer was hired as a co host for Weekend Today. They share three boys together: Calvin Bradley, Oliver George, and Russell James. I have to say, baby, all three of them boys, them is the whitest names I have ever.
Listen, that's why I said got the names on them,
But
don't
I
it?
kind of like Russell James though. He got a little ring to it.
Mhm. Baby, all of them sound like police officers. Good Lord. Look, Officer Bradley, Officer George, and Officer James. Good Lord. But no. And well, look, it sounds like what's that? She said a lot more words than what's usually said, but it's that same old irreconcilable differences. And she
I mean,
said,
well,
I can
that's
be a
what it be.
better friend than a wife.
Honestly, I feel like more people need to figure that out. Honestly,
Okay.
like people keep trying to go to therapy. Like if y'all can't fix it in therapy and you still at the, it's okay to break up. It's okay. Move
Mhm.
on. Quit making the kids, yourself, your partner, y'all part miserable. Just move on. It's all right.
It's that Krista fascism. I know. Look, I'm gonna bring any opportunity I can to bring it up, but you know, um, when marriage, right, is seen as the prize. Oh, you have to be married. You have to start a family. You need a monogamous relationship. Excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
a hetero monogamous relationship. So
Mm-hmm.
man and woman need to be together. Man eat steak, woman work in kitchen. So when these things, like when you do a divorce, honey, yeah, baby, I've seen, like, a lot of people can tell you that they were probably shunned from their church families. Like, people do not treat divorcees really well. So a lot of times people will stay simply because they don't want the backlash from the communities they're in. So
That's unfortunate, and which is it's the dumbest thing. It's the dumbest
mhm.
thing. But hey,
That's the divorced women. Well, they don't give men the backlash as much.
of
They give
course they
the divorced
don't.
women, they give them a really, really hard time. I'm saying it because I've seen it with my own eyes.
Of course, the weirdest thing.
Mhm. Well, speaking of weird things, honey, remember how and how she
Wait,
got a
what?
restraining against that ass because she allegedly went after that girl's child? Well, went to that
Um,
girl's apartment. She ain't go, "Oh, swear on your child's life that you will never leave me," is what she said. Well, she's
Auntie,
that.
your mic changed. Something happened with your mic.
Uh-oh.
We
Sorry
didn't
about
hear the
that. Is this
name of
better?
the person you was talking about, but now we see her picture. Now we get it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we were talking about Huda yesterday, and we learned that she allegedly told her boyfriend's baby's mom, or told her boyfriend to swear on your child's life that you would never leave me. And the baby mom was like, fuck no, don't put my child in any of this shit. Let me go file a restraining order.
That sounds like middle school stuff. Why are you talking about what is
A restraining order.
Well, that's what she and then Huda actually responded to that. So she's saying that none of these claims are true. And you see, I just shared here by way of TMZ. Huda Mustafa says claims are not true after boyfriend's baby mom restraining order. Oh, go ahead, Libra Queen.
Something has to be true for them to have even given issued a temporary restraining order. And apparently, the last story we heard, she popped up at that girl house. So, bitch, what you mean? Quit
Mm-hmm.
fucking playing. Quit fucking lying.
There you go, Libra Queen. Libra Queen just let y'all know a really, really important thing. They don't just hand out restraining orders, like they pamphlets. No, baby. You have to, there has to be like a good reason for even a temporary one to be issued. So there's that. But this starts off. Love Island USA star Huda Mustafa is firing back to a recent restraining order her boyfriend's baby mom filed against her. The reality star posted on her Instagram story a picture of a punching bag along with text, "I'm aware of what's being said and it's not true. I'm handling everything the right way by letting legal take care of it. I appreciate everyone who continues to support me." And as we reported, Nicole Oliveira, the mother of Lewis Russell's child, claims Huda showed up at her LA apartment and forced her way into the building last month. A judge subsequently signed off on a temporary restraining order, and now Huda is barred from getting within 100 yards of Nicole, her son, or their home. But sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Huda has never been in contact with Nicole, nor has she never threatened Nicole or Nicole and Lewis's child. If anything, our sources say Nicole has prevented Huda from meeting or speaking with the child, seemingly out of envy since Huda and Lewis began their relationship. Additionally, our sources claim Nicole has made hateful and false statements about Huda and Huda's child, despite Huda never having spoken negatively about anyone's kid. According to our sources, the allegations that Huda threatened her own child are entirely false, and both Huda and Lewis are attentive parents who consistently prioritize their children above all else. Our sources say Nicole is fixated on Huda and Lewis's relationship and has used their child as leverage to manipulate Lewis. Mm. See, I've never watched Love Island or Love Island USA, so I don't know who this girl is. I don't know anything about her character, so I can't speak to if this is true or not. But I do know that they don't just give out restraining orders.
That part, and
also?
also, she's already been tainted a little bit for what she was saying about fucking Erlandria. That was coming out. I don't watch Love Island either, but there was a whole lot of shit that was coming out. How she was alluding to the fact that she didn't understand why Landry was picked and all this stuff, like hater ass bitch shit. that was coming out that she was saying, "Bitch, relax, pipe down." You know what I'm
Look,
saying?
if
Cause
there's this much drama at the beginning of a relationship,
leave.
baby, find something else to do because this is exhausting for a beginning relationship. Goodbye.
But also too, this is the only way she gonna stay relevant because she can't stay relevant based off the show. Nobody cared. You know what I'm saying?
And
People checking for the other castmates, other people's coupling and whatever. But this is the only way that you're gonna stay relevant, bitch. Bye.
and we have a comment saying there are so many men out there for this beautiful girl. Stay away from this drama girl. She don't want to stay away. She want that drama. Want that?
Don't you ever leave me.
She want that
Swear.
nigga.
That would
Like,
have been the day I left. Okay.
He probably like
That's
that
weird.
shit.
You know what? Men do like that. They do. They do. You're right. I was speaking from a woman's point of view, like, girl, that's crazy. But men do like that shit. It's exhausting.
And then my thing is, if you watch at least even one episode of Snap, y'all better stop liking that shit. I tell
Okay.
you that.
And that part, thank you, Auntie. Exactly.
I don't find it cute at all with either. And I guess maybe because like as a homosexual, I don't really have like those blind spots when it comes to, because I know like a lot of when I'm having conversations with my heterosexual girlfriends or whatever, and they'll say things that their boyfriend have done, and I'm like, or said, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not a red flag to you, and
Okay.
and it's not. So
Sometimes these women, but that's why you got these women running to these, excuse me, face, excuse me, Facebook pages of, are we dating the same guy? Like, girl, if you got to go on social media into a group of anonymous women to ask them and post a picture of a guy that you're dating, you know the answer. The answer's in your
exactly.
question. I need
Yeah.
y'all to get off the floor, women. I need y'all to be smarter. Think a little harder.
They don't want to, girl. They would rather drop down low and sweep the floor with it. So
Oh, goodbye. Sorry, I get irritated. Why? Like, want better. I know, Auntie, you live in a space that you don't want better, but
and that's the thing though. I can admit that. And the problem is that I'm running into a lot of is that a lot of these girls will like they'll sit there and act like they don't want to be in that situation, but their actions say otherwise.
exactly. And at this point, I'm going off y'all actions, and so get off the
Mhm.
internet asking these dumbass questions. So when you ain't gonna do shit about it any goddamn way. You gonna continue to talk to them. And dudes, don't talk about these girls are so crazy, blah blah blah. Oh, and especially about black women when you got this little ambiguous white girl over there acting a plum fool. Please, please,
Mhm.
please.
Calling the police on your fucking ass, honey. Okay.
Now have your ass locked up in jail. That's what's gonna happen.
Mhm.
But
Well, speaking of being locked up in jail, honey, it's looking like that might be well, prison rather. It looked like that might be closer to that happening to David with his crazy
good,
ass.
good.
So remember, we watched a video of Mark Garagos yesterday, and he was assuming that David's friend Neo would have pled the fifth, during that deposition. It turns out Neo did not plead the fifth at all, honey. And you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Neo did not plead the fifth at David grand jury. Well, Neo had nothing to hide when he appeared before the LA County grand jury, which is hearing evidence on the death of Celeste Rivas. We learned he never pled the fifth. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Neo answered all the questions posed by LA County DA Beth Silverman, who is presenting evidence to the grand jury. To be honest, it seems to us he took the fifth because he only appeared for 40 minutes. And remember, Silverman had him arrested in Montana and hauled back to LA because he had failed to appear and testify. In addition to that, law enforcement sources were suspicious that Neo may have accompanied David on that mysterious middle of the night trip to a remote area of Santa Barbara last spring. Our sources now say Neo was not in the car, and there's more. We're told Neo makes it clear to Silverman and grand jurors that he had no involvement in Reva's disappearance. What's more, our sources tell TMZ Neo has no relevant knowledge of Rivas' death or David's possible involvement. This is somewhat puzzling. On the one hand, he only testified for around 40 minutes. Silverman has been a pit bull with witnesses, grilling David's manager for nearly 2 days. By letting Neo off the stand after only 40 minutes, it suggests he didn't know much, if anything. On the other hand, Neo posted on his Instagram close friend story, which we talked about here. There's more to the story than what's on the news. That suggests he does know something. One thing seems clear. He's done with his formerly close friend David, who is the prime suspect in Celeste's death, calling him a dickhead on in his Insta post. Baby, like I said, what I say yesterday, it sounds like Beth Silverman is getting all her ducks in a row just so she can walk up in there, and so the defense team won't be able to play duck duck goose.
Listen, hold on. It's the close friends report for me, because bitch, you in here reporting to TMZ. I know you fucking lying.
Mm-hmm. Yup. So, and the little honey, you will be surprised. Let me tell you something. Now, I want y'all to keep in mind, my podcast has been on since what? September of 2024. And, even though it's a consistent thing, we do it every weekday, it's still a relatively small podcast compared to other celebrity news podcasters. The shit that people send me as a small podcaster. So I could just, and these are people that you think are your friends or and stuff like that. So a publication, large publication such as TMZ, who actually, from what I understand, they actually pay people for tips if it's a good one. So so you will be surprised. Well, probably won't, because people are snakes, but people talk. People talk. Your friends, your family, your company, your man, all they talk. So that's that on that, honey. Oh, child, speaking of talking, I actually rolled my eyes at this story when I heard it, because I'm like, girl. And this is like really two Jay-Z stories that's kind of rolled into one. This first one, girl, there are reports that him and Elon Musk got into like a little argument in a restaurant, a swanky restaurant in New York. And y'all should see where it says here by way of all hip hop. Jay-Z and Elon Musk once fought over food bill at swanky New York City restaurant Carbone.
I don't even want to entertain this. No.
and
Not
and
gonna
honestly,
do this. Why they keep dragging Jay-Z's name in this shit?
and really what the story, and I'm not even gonna read the story, but long story short, what it was, they were the bill came and they were arguing over who gets to pay the bill. Elon Musk bought out the entire restaurant, and I guess Jay-Z didn't want him paying for his food, so they arguing over who gets to pay the bill.
I don't believe it. Unless I see why is Jay-Z finna argue with some white man? Elon retarded. I mean, excuse me, not for saying retarded. Elon Slow Musk.
Yeah.
I wish they quit playing on Jay-Z's top. I wish. He ain't go through 30 years of the industry for y'all to come and play his face like this. He has been the best capitalistic man we know. He done pulled himself out of Marcy projects, brick by brick. And here y'all go. He was in the Epstein files. He wasn't even, they didn't even have black people around them. Please, y'all, please. Except for in the Bahamas, that was the help. Please, I need y'all to be fucking for real. Just because y'all mad that he's the billionaire and y'all not. Yes, billionaires have to exploit people to get to that level. Yes, I know. Yes, some niggas got exploited. And if you had the opportunity, you would have done the exact same thing. Please quit trying to act like y'all are different. You're not. You're just mad that you're not there. Anyways, can we go?
Well, so as a Jay-Z fan, Moon, I want to ask you, have you heard anything about him possibly coming out with a new album?
Coming out with a new album? No, but it's all the ruckus that he is going to be at the Roots Picnic.
Well, it's the
So,
Yeah.
Roots Picnic and the way he formatted his name on the streaming platforms.
Correct. And then the name format came out before the announcement, the Roots announcement.
what's the name for me? What is that supposed to mean?
So you see the little accent over the Y.
Yeah, what's that supposed to mean?
So they're
Oh,
saying that
all the
it's
people are
possible.
demonic.
No, they're saying
No.
that this is possibly like a new era that he's trying to possibly introduce into his fans, maybe, or something's coming, and they feel like the Roots Picnic, probably solidified that he might be introducing new
Well,
music to his fans.
well, I mean, let the Bible thumpers talk about it. It's probably something demonic, and that it's the devil's signature.
Child, please. When them motherfuckers was sitting there talking about, them motherfuckers said Beyonce's Renaissance, what's it called? I don't even want to call it a concert. That was a celebration. Beyonce's Renaissance celebration was demonic, but they want us to pray for Charlie Kirk. Please get out my face. Get out my face.
Look here. The way these people do.
Out my face, honey. They used to call me a motherfucking demon, honey. Used to scare the shit out of me, honey, because they saw a little boy about 5 years old with a twist in his walk. Talking about, you got a demon spirit in here, scaring the shit out of me. I'm like, wait, well, how do I get it out? I don't
I'm
want
glad.
to
I'm glad you hadn't seen The Exorcist. Oh, you would have thought you was gonna die.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. No, and good for him if he's coming out. I'm pretty sure if he drops a new album, I'm going to listen because he is the GOAT, in my opinion. Of rap, he's up there in the top. He's in my top 3.
I know that's right. Well, time will tell, because he is certainly known for always saying, "Oh, this is gonna be my last album." Just a year later, oh, hey, new album. So,
It's been a little minute though since he dropped what 444.
yeah, what was that?
19,
2019? Yeah.
2018, 19, something like that. It's been a minute.
Yeah. Well, that is that on that, hun. Well, before we started recording, the listeners did not hear where we were having a discussion about how, well, my gorgeous moon asked that famous question, dig deep and think of the messiest bitch you know. It's a man, ain't it? And let me be specific, it's a heterosexual man, ain't it? Yes. These motherfuckers is messy as hell. Because I'm sure y'all have probably heard about the podcast, well, Cameron and Mace podcast that they have together. They had Shyne on, and then it came out that both Shyne and Mace were quote unquote dating Brandy at the same time. And I put dating in quotations because really they were just talking about fucking. So so I'm going to share my screen, and first we're going to watch this clip. It's about maybe 2.5 minutes long of them, and we're just going to see what they have to say about this whole ordeal. Give me 1 second. And it looks like I might have to. Ooh. I hate this, how they format this shit on the web. It's so ugly.
With Brandy and everything. Let's just do it. Listen, let's do it. We dealing with Brandy.
Okay, let me switch my glass.
You know what happened?
We going here.
Who was dating Brandy at one time, or y'all was just, how'd it go?
I was special, He wanted to be special. So I had to let him be special.
I mean, no lies told.
Yeah,
he was Shaq.
Okay.
He was the champion. He was the MVP.
Right.
I was Kobe, no pun intended, because they said Kobe was a special friend of Brandy's as well.
Right.
But no pun intended.
Right.
But I was coming out of high school on the championship team, and he was the superstar of the team.
Right.
But I definitely did want to be special. I definitely, but I had no idea. So what happened is we had a mutual friend who was a snitch.
Okay.
So I'm not. I think he know who it is.
Right.
I'm not gonna expose him.
Right.
But so I was so excited because this is my dream person.
Right. Talk about Brandy.
Brandy.
Right.
I'm a poor kid, Brooklyn, watching MTV, watching Moesha, watching her on BET, and as a dream, I'm like, man, if she was to know Shyne, I got that.
Right.
So when I came up, she was in the crosshairs. Like I was sniping.
Right.
And yeah, I had no idea though, because he was special.
Right.
So he was running that playbook
Right.
so discreetly, so quietly. I had no idea.
Yeah, he's sneaky.
Yeah, so he was an ultra sniper. But I was so excited.
Right.
So I kept telling one of our mutual friends, and he was snitching me out. And then so Brandy was like, "Yo, who you told you here?
Right.
How so and so know that you here with me right now?" And I'm like, "Oh man."
Right.
So yeah.
That's what's up.
That's
you
what
elaborate.
That's my story.
What I'm elaborating.
Now that's it all.
Yeah.
Grown ass, messy ass niggas, honey. Just ugh. And you see what I was talking about, because I was like, Shyne don't look too good after what he was saying either. They were talking about Brandy like she was a piece of meat. And it was like, and honestly, girl, if she was out there popping it, good for her. You supposed to do that. And I think this was probably like around her Never Say Never and Full Moon Day. She was like, what, 19, 20, 21, 22, supposed to be popping that pussy. So if she won't, and then I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. Like, y'all know Auntie been reading celebrity news for a very, very long time. The word on the curb back then, especially around when Full Moon came out, that Brandy was not shy about, giving it up. So,
well, I mean,
well, they didn't talk about who the hell they might have been dating at the same time. I mean, why? She wasn't engaged to none of them. Like,
neither one of them.
what they do? The hell?
And I mean, we went all this time, and they still running their mouth about who they messing with. You know what? Cameron gets on my nerves. It always has. He run his mouth like a little bitch that he is. And him and Mace is the perfect bitch pairing because he run his mouth too. And they act like they so fucking. I was running my little game and blah blah blah. No, bitch, she ran game on y'all clearly. Shit, the fuck.
But your messy ass couldn't even hear you and the story that he told. Oh, I revered this woman. Oh, I just wanted to be a part of it. I used to grow up watching her Moesha. This is my dream girl.
I bet you was. I bet.
And then when you finally get it and hit it, you can't even keep your motherfucking mouth shut.
30 years later, y'all still talking.
With Mace.
Clearly.
Because he was competing with Mace. Mace was because Mace was Shaq and he was Kobe. Like, are you niggas kidding me? Oh my God.
Ugh. It's just, why are y'all telling this woman's business? Why are y'all, when you're 20, you're supposed to be dating. I mean, that's what we do in our 20s. You date multiple people. Maybe you sleep with a couple of them, but you out here trying to figure it out. It's no different for celebrities than it is for us. They regular fucking people, just we know more about them.
Baby, it was no maybe about it in my case. When I tell you my 20s was made for popping pussy, honey, a bitch was out here. But this is not about me.
It's not.
It's not about me. But remember, I kind of teased y'all before the show, and I was like, this is probably one of the few times that Ray J actually ate that one little thing.
Okay, let's go. Okay.
He did not like how they was talking about his sister.
Exactly. Maybe he's gonna eat this one little thing, and that's all I'm giving.
I have to say he did. He ate this one. You know good and well I am not going up for nobody's Ray J, but he absolutely ate this one little thing, and he did what a brother is supposed to do.
And how he gonna slap somebody with 25% heart?
He'll find a way. He will find a way.
Screw me off. Go ahead, Auntie.
We have a comment saying that I was popping my old rundown pussy. Okay, girl.
Hi, Hammy. Hammy has entered the building. Yes.
Now, my pussy might be old, but it ain't run down. But anyway, y'all see where it says here by way of all hip hop, Ray J threatens to slap Cameron, Mace, and Shyne over Brandy gossip. And there's just a quick clip of this. Let me just share my screen and we'll see what he has to say.
I never had a problem with them, but I saw some shit today where, they got to know that a nigga gonna come back strong and say some shit, because a nigga is not gonna let a nigga say anything and laugh and giggle and joke about a nigga's sister without me going big on niggas. Not only am I about to go big on niggas, but I'm about to go on Instagram big on niggas too, on the dead homies. I don't give a fuck. what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell niggas anything, but keep my sister's name out your mouth if it ain't good. If not, I'm gonna slap the fucking daylights out of you when I see you. Period. That's it. I don't give a fuck. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. They was laughing at some shit. I'll slap the living daylights out these niggas. If they too old to be trying to go back into time, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's like me being with a girl and then being with another girl and another girl. Now they 45 laughing about some shit back in the day. I'm not going to have it, nigga. Y'all too grown now to be tripping. I don't be talking about old bitches.
Yes, you do.
I'm
But
talking
okay.
about old shit.
You getting sued for one
I got
now,
Nick,
but
so I don't
okay.
know yet. I'm going to it now. But I'm about to, if anything, like, you get what I'm saying? They need to calm the fuck down.
Okay, wait. Ranger, you could have left that part off because you literally still be talking about Kim, but okay.
Look, that Capricorn man was trying to make a point.
He was, but he used the wrong shit. Oh my God. Go ahead,
Go ahead,
Quinn.
Libra Queen.
Those niggas must not know that Ray J, the reason why he be running things over there and on the West Coast. He was the first blood. Was this the first blood or something? He out there in them
No,
streets
with no first blood.
allegedly or whatever damn, what's the nigga name? Vince Staples said, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all better act like you know.
And
And
Vince Staples be what? Vince be knowing. Okay.
hello.
He be knowing.
But
What
Okay, he
color?
might got
hold
20. He might have got 25% capacity of heart, but it don't take too much. You know what I'm saying?
it might take that whole 25% to slap the niggas.
Listen, it don't take too much to get your touch.
Look, he
Hello.
was like, look, this heart may be beating at 25% capacity, but this real nigga energy is beating at 100%. So, and if,
Hello.
if anybody's gonna slap anybody, I certainly believe Ray J
I
will
do
do it.
believe he
Why?
will try.
Because he's done it before. He slapped the shit out of Fabulous Honey at that party.
Hello. Hello.
Look, look here.
Showstopper. He only got one slap.
I will say, Ray J is definitely a California West Coast dude. He's definitely that. I'll give you that. He is very West Coast. It's funny. But honestly, Cameron and Mace are the two messiest niggas in podcasting. For real. One of the two. Or two of the two. Two of the some, however many there is. I can't stand neither one of their asses. They little bitches. And they neither one of them got a rap career left. So go ahead.
We have a question saying, when can he be a dead dude? Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus! After he slapped these niggas, I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I do get the energy. Like, don't talk about my sister like that. Like, why are y'all talking?
Yeah, that was so just unnecessary.
It really. And he giggle. Well, they giggling like they little high school, middle school kids. Like, why are y'all Y'all damn near 50 still. Ooh, ooh, y'all so exhausting.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of dead dudes, honey, we've talked about talked a bit about Eric Dane and how like his exes are speaking out and things like that. Well, baby, honey, his family said, "Okay, look, I get y'all grieving, but let's keep it cute. Let's keep it cute." So you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Eric Dane's exes should grieve, but family says they want the facts straight. All right, now. Well, this starts off. Rebecca Gayheart and her daughters understand Eric Dane's ex-girlfriends are grieving his loss, and they don't want to diminish anyone's feelings, but they want the facts straight about his final days. TMZ previously reported Eric was single for a while after he became ill, and on his deathbed, it was just Rebecca and his two teen girls. A source close to the family tells TMZ they feel a deep responsibility to ensure that his story and memory remain accurate about who was present until the very last chapter of his life. We're told the family especially his daughters, wanted that crystal clear because they deserve the space to mourn without being confronted by narratives that simply don't align with the truth they lived. Basically, they appreciate the condolences, but not perceived and ambiguity or embellishment. Dane's exes, Janelle Shirtcliffe and Priya Jane, have both shared their feelings about his death. Janelle a few days after his death, and Priya recently told TMZ she's still processing the loss. She specifically wished his family well. Worth noting, she also donated $10,000 to his GoFundMe created for the girls. A public memorial is currently being organized by the family for Eric, and details will be revealed at a later date. Mm-mm. So they said, all right, girl, okay, I hear y'all. Y'all might have been his ex-girlfriends, and that's cute. That's cute for y'all. Now, I understand y'all are grieving, but who was here on his final days was Rebecca and the girls.
And I don't know what's the other girlfriend's name, because I don't even remember talking about her. I only remember the Priya girl, but
Janelle Shirtcliffe, and we have not talked about Janelle.
and I look here, Priya was out partying and TMZ rolled up on her. She looked shocked, like, wait, why y'all asking me this? I mean, that's what her face was giving. But you know, hey, she kept it cute, but she definitely TMZ needs to chill out, because honestly, I didn't. Who is she? And I didn't even know she was the girlfriend. Who cares?
Mm-mm. I was about to say something very inappropriate about one nerve that was working up into his final days, but
you know what, Auntie? You know what? Yeah, she'll go get your ass. You better stop.
Okay. Well, honey, speaking of somebody out trying to get somebody, honey, Dwight Howard, honey, it seems like when it rains, it pours. And I think the last time we talked about Dwight, he was being sued by an alleged ex-employee.
No, we were talking about his divorce. Wait, he getting sued?
Yeah, by ex-employee. We talked about it. Maybe you were in a meeting or something.
Okay. I just remember the last convo about him getting divorced from old girl after the cocaine video. But okay,
cocaine. Well, honey, well now because of all that's been going on, one of his child's mother actually wants custody of their daughter. And you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Dwight Howard's ex-girlfriend seeks temporary custody of 15-year-old daughter. So this starts off, Dwight Howard's ex-girlfriend, Tiffany Render, rushed to court days after the former NBA star's estranged wife made shocking allegations against him, TMZ has learned. According to court docs obtained by TMZ, Tiffany asked a Georgia judge to grant her temporary custody of their minor daughter, Layla. Us Weekly was the first to report the news. Dwight was awarded primary custody of 15-year-old Layla in 2024 after a bitter back and forth in court. In her new filing, Tiffany said their daughter is emotionally distressed after returning to her dad's home. Tiffany requested an emergency hearing, citing the urgency of Layla's condition and the risk of further emotional harm. Sources close to Dwight tell TMZ they think this whole thing is contrived, and now the timing of this filing is proof of that. The source added, Tiffany was distressed when she lost custody of their daughter to Dwight. Tiffany has been working in conjunction with Amber to get negative publicity for Dwight. There's nothing in the police report that should be cause for concern for Layla, the source ended. The move comes days after Dwight's estranged wife, Amber Howard, claims he used drugs on social media. As we previously reported, cops in Georgia have been dispatched to his mansion multiple times in recent weeks, including one instance recorded on a body cam. Girl, messy. Now, I do have to kind of, and I usually don't want to side with, be on the side of a straight or a seemingly straight man. Because, we read things.
He's fluid.
But it does look like the timing of this, especially after you just lost custody 2 years ago, like the timing is she is maybe trying to use this what's going on.
It kind of feel like old girl might be a plant. If we're gonna do a little conspiracy,
that actually don't sound like too far off, to be honest.
I mean, women have sunk lower for less. So I feel like old girl came in as a plant so that the girl could get her. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but yeah.
Well, no, keep spitballing because there might be something to that. And the reason I say that is because I have this another article still about Dwight, but this is they actually got police cam footage of Amy or Amy Luciani or Amber Heard, whatever she wants to call her. Amber Heard, not Amber Heard, Amber Howard. Sorry. I'm sorry, Amber Heard, sweetie. This ain't got nothing to do with you.
Like I'm old shit.
But Amber, they actually caught police footage of her, and she's alleging that he canceled a multi-million-dollar TV deal that was supposed to featuring her and him together as a couple.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, and this starts off, Dwight Howard's wife, Amber Howard, claims he pulled the rug from under her, allegedly canceling a TV show the couple was set to star in, which says she would have scored a massive payday. So let me share my screen, and the video is about 1.5 minutes long, and let's just see what she has to say about this. Let's see.
I got off the TV show I was on for 4 years because he said he didn't want me doing the show, but now it's like he just fully financially, he took over my car note, he took over everything. I got rid of my business phones. I'm on his phone plan, so both phones I have on me are on his. My insurance is on his, and I was thinking the whole time that the benefit is like, okay, I have a husband who wants to be a provider,
Right.
so I was willing to do it. My mom's husband provides for her the same way. He just works a regular job. But then after a year later, it's like, dang, but if you get mad, he could cut my phone off. And he does that. He'll mute the phone. He can't take my insurance off, but he has literally backed my car up in the garage and I don't have clickers to it. So then he like, go catch your Uber. I'll catch an Uber because if I keep going back and forth, he's the breadwinner.
You have your own credit cards?
Yeah, I have my own credit card.
Okay, well that's good.
But all the money comes from him.
So you're not flashy. Good. So hopefully you have a little bit of your money. The rainy day. I don't know if you do or don't. I would hope you do.
I don't yet.
Huh?
I don't. As a matter of fact, we just scored our first TV show. We were supposed to get $1 million a piece. We were supposed to be in LA tomorrow. Heard my husband's fashion. He called them. No, he emailed them and canceled the show. I didn't even know that. The agent called me and said, "How are you guys doing? What went wrong? We thought you guys were so happy." I'm like, I had no clue what he was.
Are they going to be able to get around me?
Yeah.
So that is that on that. And then this finishes. Hold on, let me make sure nothing else plays. Okay. Then this finish is. Oops, sorry. Hold on. There we go. It says, sources close to Dwight tell TMZ Amber's story isn't true, saying if it was a good deal, then they would do it. They also pointed out Amber was periodically on the show Love and Hip Hop Atlanta in 2023 and 2024, but producers decided not to keep working with her. The sources dispute Dwight is trying to leverage her, saying a court will decide if the former couple doesn't amicably agree to their own terms. Mm-mm.
Well, if they get a divorce, how they gonna be on a show together? How that's gonna work?
Hey,
I would cancel it too, and that's your fault for. Look, the police. If a police officer talking about, so basically, are you if you in a situation, you not squirreling no money away. You ain't giving yourself a rainy day fund. Y'all, he was trying to put her up on game. Hey,
like, so you're not flashing?
That shit killed me right there. I was like, oh wow. But hey, even the police would say like, you ain't squirreled away no money, like, girl.
Listen, honey, and as much as I would love to say, because, I joke all the time, when women or, well, hell, even some gays who, are kept and they get with somebody who just wants to take over everything, pay all their bills, pay this and pay that. And it sounds good until you realize, baby, that person has all the control over you.
Exactly.
And what sense does it make? Amy, you are already a money-making rapper with your own name. What
Is
sense?
she? Ooh.
Well, I mean, she had a little. I think from what I understand and from what I read, she had a little bit of a following from where she was from. I think she's originally from Detroit, and then she went on Love and Hip Hop, and so she had like a little mini beat with Erica Banks, and it got a little popularity off of that on the show. But it's just like, okay, girl, I feel like you at your age should know better. Like it's
Again, if a white police officer is asking you, did you squirt a little money away? You know you done fucked up because if that man know, then maybe you probably should have been siphoning some money off to the side for yourself. I don't know what to tell you. And yeah, I don't know. This sounds real weird anyway.
And yes, it does. And we have a comment saying divorce court. Like she's probably preparing for divorce court. And I actually think there is something to that. Reason being, because remember, like I keep saying, like, I know her as Amy Luciani. That's how I was introduced to she was introduced to me, by way of her music and as a reality TV show cast member. So now, but I noticed that all the reports that are talking about her are saying using her real name, Amber Howard. So I think there is something. I think she's trying to like really prepare to like really take his fucking ass to the cleaners. I don't know. I'm just a legend. So, well, that's that on that, honey. Well, baby, one thing we don't have to allege, honey, they about to lock Mystikal's fucking ass up and throw away the key. And then when I tell you I can't be any more excited, melt the key, honey. With his crazy, don't put him around another woman.
Guilty. I'm glad he and finally admitting that you're a piece of shit. Finally.
Oh my God! Like, my God. Some people just do not need to be around public and around women specifically, and Mystikal is certainly one of them. That man is a danger to women. Well, hell, anybody who has a vagina. So, you see, I just shared here by way of The Guardian that this story that covers it. You see, he done got me so damn frustrated, honey, but I'm so glad. Anywho. The U.S. rapper Mystikal on Tuesday pled guilty to third-degree rap in connection with the case that led to his arrest in 2022. Mystikal, whose given name is Michael Tyler, faces up to 20 years in prison after pleading guilty in a state courthouse outside Baton Rouge, Louisiana, according to reports from local news outlets WBRZ and WAFB. The 55-year-old Tyler had originally been charged with more serious offenses to which he pled not guilty: first-degree rape, simple robbery, domestic abuse battery, and false imprisonment. Tyler's guilty plea was reportedly part of a deal that reduced the overall severity of the case against him. If convicted as originally charged, he would have faced mandatory life imprisonment. Mystikal scored a global hit in 2000 with Shake Your Ass and subsequently was nominated for 2 Grammy Awards. The single had a memorable cameo in the Hugh Grant, Toni Collette, and Nicholas Hoult film About a Boy. He also had an album debut at the top of the Billboard 200 before being sentenced to 6 years in prison in 2004 after being found guilty of sexual assault and extortion in a case involving his hairstylist. That earlier conviction required Tyler to register as a sex offender. In 2012, the lyricist was jailed for 3 months after an arrest on a misdemeanor domestic abuse count. Then, in 2017, he was charged with rape and kidnapping before authorities ultimately dropped the case. The case to which Tyler pled guilty on Tuesday before March 30th trial date centered on a victim who told investigators he raped her, beaten her, and choked her. She also said he took her phone and car keys to stop her from leaving and then forced her to send him money over the platform Cash App. Tyler's sentencing hearing was tentatively scheduled for June. Get his fucking ass out of here.
Look, I knew whatever it was that he pleaded guilty to, it was so he wouldn't have to go to jail for the rest of his life. I knew it. Ugh. Good riddance. 20 years ain't long enough.
Get him for all that shit. The kidnapping, the robbery, all that. Sitting there gonna beat, rape, choke a girl. Gonna take her damn keys and phone so she can't leave or call nobody. And then gonna make her send you fucking money on Cash App. Get his fucking ass out of here.
Like who? God, why did we know you were such a nasty dip? Oh God, you the worst kind. Ugh.
Well, he gonna be shaking that ass in prison, so that's for sure. He'll get what's coming to him.
Or he'll be getting more time for rape. Leopards don't change their spots.
They sure don't, honey. Well, I'm sure these girls in the Louisiana jail can't hear me, but if some way you can hear me, especially if you wanted the feminine girls up in there, you might want to steer clear from this one. For real. Well, honey, girl, let's talk about Gunna, honey. What Gunna going through? Gunna is actually suing a touring company. Hey, Matt, welcome. Child, Gunna saw this and said, "Fuck you mean, girl." So you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Gunna's company sues concert promoters for X Games, claims he was not paid. And this story is crazy. Well, this starts off. Gunna got duped into performing at an X Games concert by shady concert promoters who lured him to Colorado with promises of a huge payday that never came. This according to a new lawsuit. In the suit obtained by TMZ, Gunna's touring company claims it agreed to have the rapper perform at an X Games event in Aspen back in January and signed a contract guaranteeing him $500,000 the night of the gig. The company claims the agreement called for an additional $250,000 payment if he didn't get the $500,000 by the first deadline. But it claims Gunna hasn't seen a dime and has been getting the runaround, despite the fact Gunna did his part and performed at the X Games event. And there are even more concerns about the promoters. According to the suit, the concert promoter who booked him is a company called Mickle and Mickle Productions. And the complaint says the promoters have been telling his camp the funds for his booking fee were tied up in gold commodities. The promoters also allegedly told his camp he will be paid with money from a major alcohol brand or even the St. Patrick's Day parade in New York. But the suit says those were hollow promises. Gunna's company says it's not even certain if Mickle and Mickle Productions is a legit company. The company is suing for a breach of contract, fraud, and more, and is seeking $750,000 plus additional damages. To be clear, the X Games is not a defendant in the lawsuit. Crazy, honey. Okay. So what kind now? And I know he's probably, after the whole YSL trial and thing, he's probably because from what I understand, Gunna does like really well when it comes to touring stuff, but he probably does need money and stuff. So my whole thing is why if y'all wait until after the fact for you to not get your money to sign this contract, you didn't do your research on this on Mickle and Mickle Productions before you signed this contract and then went to go do a whole. You did your part. You went to perform. Everybody had a good time, and now you don't have a dime of it. And then told him, well, if I don't get, and I have to say, y'all, I truly because I get why these clauses are there. Like, because even me, like, if I have to do invoices, I'll say like, if I don't, I'll put it like a 30-day due date. I learned this by, doing my social media influence. I put a 30-day due date, a net 30-day due date. And if I don't have it by then I'll maybe add like a 10% late fee or something. These people are saying they are going to, if you don't get it and it's in the contract, and I don't know if maybe Gunna's attorney like put that clause in there, but from how I'm reading it, this was already in the contract and Gunna just signed. But they were saying how, if we don't pay you by this date, then we'll give you another $250,000. Huh? What are you anticipating not paying me on time? Like what's going on? So that's just me. But yeah, I will certainly follow this. Okay, so we have a comment saying it all depends on the contract. Okay. Let me see if I go. I'm just gonna quickly Google Mickle and Mickle to see if I pull up anything. Mickle and Mickle Productions. Okay. Mickle and Mickle Productions. So it does look. Okay, so the only thing I'm really seeing about this group is that it has a Facebook page, a Facebook business page, and they're based out of White Plains, New York. Mickle and Mickle Productions, led by Daphne Mickle Golden, is a talent management and events company currently involved with the Gunna lawsuit. Yeah, I'm gonna follow this story, honey. Well, that's that on that. What we got next? Libra Queen, did you happen to ever watch a show called How to Rock on Nickelodeon? I've never seen it. So I just curious. I know like Moon or Chili have not seen it, but Hammy, have y'all seen it or heard of it? How to Rock. It was a show that came on Nickelodeon. I don't even know what it's about or whatever. Oh, I'm gonna take that as a no. Well, we're gonna talk about one of the stars who was in the show, and his name is Chris O'Neill. And Chris O'Neill, you should see here by way of TMZ. It says Chris O'Neill arrested after Malibu house break-in. So this starts off. Chris O'Neill, who played Kevin Reed in Nickelodeon's How to Rock, was arrested Monday, TMZ has learned. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ deputies responded to a burglary call in Malibu at 5:45 a.m. We're told the caller stated they viewed security camera footage and saw 3 adults inside the home. According to our sources, officers were told the suspects entered through the rear, manipulating the camera so that the caller couldn't see what happened afterward. We're told O'Neill, who's 31, was among those arrested in connection with the alleged burglary and booked into LASD Malibu Lost Hills Sheriff Station Jail. He was released Tuesday afternoon due to insufficient grounds to file a complaint against that person. In addition to How to Rock, O'Neill was also known for his roles in Greenhouse Academy and You Gotta See This, among other productions. So yeah, I'm not familiar with this. Hammy says it does sound familiar to him. Yeah, I've never seen it, never heard of it. I don't even know who this actor is. But and his story is actually very weird. So they got him because of a call, and then they let him go. He was released, due to insufficient grounds to file a complaint against that person. So, weird. Well, that's that on that. Oh, girl. Let's talk about Cesar Chavez, honey. Girl, when I tell you, usually because I read so much tea, it's not too many things that gag me. This story right here gagged me, honey. I was not ready. And y'all see I have this article here from TMZ. You should see where it says Cesar Chavez hit with disturbing abuse allegations and his celebrations have been canceled. So this starts off. Cesar Chavez, the late labor leader and civil rights icon who co-founded the United Farm Workers, is under fire after accusations surfaced he abused young women and minors, with celebrations honoring him now being canceled. The UFW released a statement Tuesday saying it learned of deeply troubling allegations that Chavez behaved in ways that are incompatible with our organization's values. While some of the reports involve family issues, the organization says the far more troubling allegations involve abuse of young women and minors. Though UWF says it doesn't have firsthand knowledge of the allegations, it says they're serious enough that the organization is taking urgent steps to learn more and to help potential victims. The shocking news comes only a few weeks before Cesar Chavez Day in California and other states on March 31st. UFW says it's sitting out all Cesar Chavez Day celebrations this year, and some cities, including San Antonio, Texas, have already called off events honoring Chavez. The Cesar Chavez Foundation says it's deeply shocked and saddened by the disturbing allegations, which it says involve claims of inappropriate sexual behavior with women and minors while he was the president of UFW. Chavez died in 1993 at 66, and in 2014, President Barack Obama established Cesar Chavez Day as a commemorative time to honor the labor leader. So, yeah. And do not get me wrong. I certainly, when people find out about allegations of abuse, especially when it comes to minors and things like that, they definitely did take the appropriate steps to, all these celebrations and shit need to get it out of here. We don't need to honor that right now. It's too hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
However, we got a whole convicted pedophile in the Oval Office right now. And it's like, okay, when is that going to get canceled? And so I have not seen. The only thing I see in reference to Trump is just winning. White supremacy is on his side, and he continues to win and thumb it up at our noses. So
honestly, I mean, if Cesar Chavez, of course, yes, cancel that shit, whatever. That's disgusting. All of that stuff. But like you said, where is the smoke for this president that we living through right now? But can we get that taken care of? Please, somebody regime change us. Help. Shit.
I'm actually scared to ask this question, but between Trump and Ray J.
Oh no, Trump gonna always win. Nah, I can't stand Trump the most because he is affecting our lives.
Yeah.
Period. Ray J just an annoying ass boy that cry wolf all the time. So
Who's affecting his very own life? Well, and the people around him. So,
right.
yeah.
Exactly.
I hear you. Yes, and I agree. Well, baby, have any of y'all ever watched any of Meghan Markle shows on Netflix?
No.
Me neither. And I actually heard her cooking show wasn't that bad, but I never had a chance to really see it. Well, baby, let's talk about how allegedly Ted Sarandos, the CEO of Netflix, he kind of beefing with Meghan reportedly.
Why is everybody beefing with her?
Because she black and she had a nerve to marry into the royal family.
They find the whitest black woman. And they want to give her the business. They giving her the blues, child.
She a light-skinned black woman, and she's still too damn dark for the royal family. You heard what the king said about Archie? He was like, wait a minute now, because we don't want him to get no darker. Is he gonna get darker? Because we might not be able to put him in the family picture.
They look just like Harry.
Okay.
Them Jesus strong.
White as snow, honey. And I think there's a redhead.
Yes, both of them are redheads. You know them Jesus strong, baby.
Yes, honey. Well, Ted Sarandos said, no conversations with her, a phone call, nothing. I want my lawyer present. Oh, Ted, how's your day going? I need to talk to my lawyer. Oh, Ted, it's a nice day outside. I love your jacket. I need to confer with my lawyer. But this starts off. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's time in Hollywood has been anything but a fairy tale. Their partnership with Netflix seems to be going so poorly that co-CEO Ted Sarandos reportedly won't even talk to Meghan on the phone without a lawyer. Variety reports two sources say Ted insists on having legal representation present if he were to jump on a call with Meghan, although both a Netflix spokesperson and a Sussex attorney have denied this claim. Lawyer Michael J. Kump told Variety this is blatantly false. In fact, Meghan texts and speaks with Mr. Sarandos regularly and has been to his home, sans lawyers. Variety sources were reportedly unclear as to whether Ted was joking or not. But a Netflix insider told the publication that after the lackluster numbers brought in by the couple's projects, mixed with their rumored objectionable bedside manner, the mood in the building is we're done. Seems to check out. Earlier this month, Netflix divested from Meghan's lifestyle brand, As Ever, which launched about a year ago. Remember, Meghan and Harry began their partnership with Netflix in 2020. Their past titles on the platform include With Love, Meghan, Harry and Meghan, Heart of Invictus, Live to Lead, and Polo. What y'all think? I think it might be some truth to that because these where there's smoke, there's fire. And it was like this is blatantly false. They text each other all the time. Okay, well, let me see a screenshot of the text. Even if it's just something like, hey, girl, let me see if she texting him all the time. Because I believe if they take a screenshot of that, they'll probably see that Ted probably got Meghan blocked. So, I don't know. That's on that, honey. Girl, let's talk about Afroman. Oh, when I tell you this is probably one of the craziest stories I had the pleasure of reading in a very long time. And for those of you who don't remember Afroman, or those of you who are too young to know who Afroman is, during the early 2000s, he had a time. And he had a hit song that pretty much saying, because I got high. Why didn't I was supposed to go get a job, but I got high. I was supposed to do my work, but then I got high. But you should see where it says here by way of TMZ, Afroman takes stand in lawsuit over sheriff's deputies who raided his home. Y'all, this story is insane. So, Afroman's day in court has finally come. The rapper took the stand in his lawsuit filed against him The rapper took the stand in his lawsuit filed against him by the Adams County Sheriff deputies who raided his Ohio home back in 2022. In the lawsuit, the deputies claimed Afroman used their likeness, which were apparently captured on his home security cameras without their permission in the songs and merch he made about the raid. But in a new trial video posted by WCPO TV, the Because I Got High singer insists he was just exercising his right of freedom of speech as an American. In fact, he turned it back around on the deputy, saying on the stand, all of this is their fault. The artist continued testifying, if they hadn't wrongly raided my house, there would be no lawsuit. I would not know their names, they wouldn't be on my home surveillance system, and there would be no songs. My money would still be intact. In his testimony, Afroman says the deputies tore down his door and didn't pay for it. He also claims they still owe him money they seized in the search. Here's where the deputies say they're having a problem. After the raid went down, Afroman made the song Lemon Pound Cake about the ordeal and included his security footage in the music video. Then there's his track, Will You Help Me Repair My Door, which consists entirely of various shots of the raid, as well as an alleged photo of the search warrant that seems to show it was issued for drug trafficking and kidnapping. In court, Afroman stood by his use of the videos, testifying, I had to do what I had to do to repair the damage they brought to my house. The rapper has posted several other music videos on YouTube, name-dropping the deputies he says were involved in his raid. And it seems he's been continuing to post these kinds of videos as recently as of yesterday. Afroman went on Instagram to share a video saying how grateful he is for everyone supporting him throughout this legal battle. Crazy. Now, one trial I wanted to actually show y'all. So they actually got one of the sheriffs on there testifying. I think this happened either yesterday or the day before yesterday. But one of the sheriffs testified at this trial, honey. And he's pretty much saying how his life was ruined because Afroman alleged that he slept with his wife. So y'all, and he's crying them crocodile tears, honey. So let me share my screen, honey, so we can watch this together. I just shook my head. So let me see. I'm gonna have to refresh. And
you're claiming that is the defamation statement is that he said he had sex with your wife.
Yes.
Okay. And that's painted you in a false light.
It's caused tremendous pain in my life.
I'll get to that. We have to go through false light first. So does it paint you in a false light?
Yes, that my wife is cheating on me with Mr. Foreman.
But we all know that's not true, correct?
I don't know.
Wait, you don't know if your wife's cheating on you or not?
You want to go there?
No, I just want to ask that question because you said we don't know. I just
been with that woman since middle school.
I know.
I would hope she wouldn't. But you know what? Once somebody puts it out there for their fun and entertainment, it's out there. And it's a problem.
So it's something we cannot verify the truth of? Is it a thing that can be verified, true or false?
That's your claim.
So you're claiming that is the defamation statement is that he said he had sex.
All right, so that was that. And then this is a clip of the of the song in question about the guy's wife.
Randy Walters is the son of a bitch. Yeah, that's why I fucked his wife and got filthy rich. It's my dough. Stop stealing my dough. Stop disconnecting my video. It's my dough. Stop stealing my dough. Stop disconnecting my video. It's my dough.
Girl. Girl. So we have a comment saying, why the beat sound like it can be in a Mary Mary CD? Okay, took the shackles off his feet so we can dance, honey. But yeah, and we have a comment saying Afro did nothing wrong. He absolutely did not. He was minding his business. They got some false information or false or warrant saying that he was trafficking drugs. They went in there and didn't find shit. So they mad, and now he used the video footage from at his house from the raid and made a song about like, child, y'all can't pay me to feel sorry for you.
Well, and didn't nobody know about. I didn't know shit about this until Buddy. Now he done made a hoopla about it, so now I know something I didn't even care to know. Here we
So
are.
we have there was a we have a comment saying there's the one about the female cop. I actually did not watch that one in its entirety because that one appeared to be 8 minutes long. So, but yeah, there's more. There's more testimony, and this whole case is insane. But ooh, I hope he does. We have a comment saying, "I hope he does sleep with his ugly wife." Oh, no, what? She ain't do nothing. But yeah, she does look a little unfortunate. Look, oh, we have a comment. She's ugly. She did enough. Well, we got 3 more stories left.
Oh, we can it all so quick.
We went through this for quick, honey. Or maybe we just having so much time, it just don't feel like it's you know. But boy, Bonnie Blue, y'all know we talked about her quite a bit, honey. Miss, I want to fuck about what almost 2,000 men and had me a baby, but I'm
We
finally
were
pregnant.
talking about her again. Damn. Okay, what?
Well, this time she actually got charged with public outraging public decency in England. I can't even talk, child. You see where it says about where?
What is she doing?
And so now this one's actually so you'll see. Matter of fact, I'm gonna actually share my screen while I read this so you can see exactly what she did, and it was very egregious. She should know better. So and then when it comes to stuff like this is not America, honey, where you can kind of get away, baby. So this starts off. Bonnie Blue found out the hard way sex doesn't sell in the UK. She's been charged with public indecency for simulating a sex act. The adult content creator, real name Tia Billinger, was charged Monday with outraging public decency stemming from a December 2025 incident in which she simulated the act while holding the Indonesian flag outside the country's embassy in London, England. And this is the clip. They blur it out. You really can't see it.
Yes, I got arrested in Bali for filming. So it's about time they came to the embassy so they could watch it in person. Yes.
So you want to play her? Okay, girl. Says
I mean, was she? Did she get rich off of it? What is this? Like, oh, child, this is what you doing?
Stupid, girl. Well, Bonnie recorded the moment and posted the video on TikTok, showing her surrounded by hooded men in masks. To the camera, she revealed she was previously arrested on the Indonesian island of Bali, which is why she decided to simulate the sex act outside the country's embassy in London. This isn't Bonnie's first run-in with the law either. In 2025, Bonnie was arrested by Bali authorities on suspicion of making pornographic online content after she rode in a pickup truck labeled Bang Bus. She was subsequently deported. In the London case, a Metropolitan Police spokesperson tells TMZ Bonnie will go before a judge to face the criminal charge at Westminster's Magistrate Court on April 22nd. Police said Bonnie was interviewed on February 2nd, 2026, during an investigation. The case has been referred to the Crown Protective Service, which gave authorization to charge Bonnie. So long story short, because I know there was a lot of words for those who weren't really following or those who probably tuned out. And honestly, I can't even blame you. But she got arrested for doing a sex act, allegedly doing a sex act in Indonesia, in Bali. So she said, well, you know what? Since they want to arrest me, let me go in front of the embassy in London holding the flag and act like I'm sucking a dick. Knowing good and damn well they got real strict laws over here about things like that. So, hey, this is going to be very interesting. I want to see like if they're going to give her jail time or if they're going to find her. I'm going to follow to see what comes of this.
Honestly, but girl, go get therapy. I don't even understand why this is. I don't understand why so much of this foolery, child. I don't understand.
But she about to have a hell of a time trying to find out who the hell that baby daddy is. I tell you that.
Oh Lord.
So
Poor child.
Mari not on TV no more, girl. So I don't know who gonna help you with that foolishness.
No, honestly, she shouldn't even be able to raise a child under these conditions that she's in. But you know what? I guess.
Mm-hmm. Now, this next story, this is so just a heads up. My last two stories about sports ball news. So, and this first one is college sports ball. Aiden Holloway. So, you should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Aiden Holloway arrest details emerge. Cops say they found 2.1 pounds of pot.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Were you sniffing some of Aiden's pot allegedly? Let me stop. Oh, well, this starts off. New details are emerging in Aiden Holloway's arrest, and they paint a clearer picture of what cops say they found inside his apartment. Authorities say they uncovered 2.1 pounds of marijuana during a search of the Alabama basketball guard's residence on Monday morning, according to court documents filed on Tuesday. Investigators said pot was found all over the apartment, inside a backpack, a jacket pocket, a suitcase, a TV entertainment stand, and a vacuum-sealed bag, along with cash, the prescription sedative promethazine, a rolling tray, and packaging materials. The docs also shed light on Holloway's interaction with law enforcement, with an agent writing that the Hooper initially said he wanted to remain silent before adding that he only smokes. Holloway was arrested and hit with 2 felony charges: first-degree possession of marijuana and failure to fix a tax stamp. He was booked into Tuscaloosa County Jail at 9:48 a.m. and released less than an hour later on a $5,000 bond. Excuse me. According to the charging documents, authorities believe Holloway had marijuana for other than personal use and allege he did possess, distribute, sell, transport, import, transfer, or otherwise use the drug without the required tax stamp. Officials also noted Holloway did not have a prescription for the promethazine, which could potentially lead to an additional charge. It's still unclear what prompted the search warrant in the first place. Under Alabama law, possessing 2.2 pounds, 1 kilogram, or more of marijuana can automatically trigger a drug trafficking case, regardless of intent. That comes with a mandatory minimum 3-year prison sentence and a $25,000 fine. Holloway's reported total of 964 games falls just short of that threshold. As we previously reported, the fallout has already hit Alabama's program. The university said Holloway has been removed from campus pending a student conduct investigation. And head coach Nate Oates has since said Holloway is suspended and the team is preparing to play without him. That's a massive blow for the Crimson Tide heading into the NCAA tournament. Holloway is second on the team in scoring, averaging 16.8 points per game.
Somebody threw his ass under. They called and turned his ass in.
Somebody
and
snitched.
I don't know, because you in Alabama, boy. Please, bye, goodbye.
From what I got from this story, it looks like Alabama, the weed is possibly legal if you have the required tax stamp. Let me see. Is weed legal in Alabama? Let's see what Google says. No, recreational marijuana is illegal in Alabama, with possession considered a misdemeanor for the first offense and a felony for subsequent offenses. Medical cannabis, though, was legalized in 2021 for registered patients with qualifying conditions, allowing possession of up to 70 daily dosages. But a comprehensive program is still being established. Okay, so it's not legal.
And he's in a sports program, sir.
Yeah. Well, it's legal for me because, I got a card. So, but my card is registered in New York. Never mind. I don't think that'll work for me in Alabama.
I mean, he actually may just be smoking it, and with his friends and stuff, because they smoke a lot of pot. When you got people around you that smoke a lot of pot, 2.1 pounds is not really that much, but just the amount alone, even if it's for personal and friend use, it's just illegal to have that much.
Yep. They probably had some good shit over there. 200. Ooh, I wish I was over there smoking with them. Ooh.
And he's an athlete. You not a regular degular. They really gonna drag you, sir. But
Yeah.
whatever.
Too much to risk.
Hmm. Well, the last story that I have for us today. Now, y'all know the language in this. I don't understand not any bit of it, and I'm simply only reading this so I can clip it and share it on social media later. But this is about the WNBA, and it looks like some good news from what I'm gathering. It says here by way of TMZ, WNBA players reach CBA agreement. Season set for May 8th. So before I start reading, is this a good thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, finally they've reached an agreement. Well, it's a tentative, right? So finally, but
Hmm.
these women need to be paid they worth. Especially the last couple of years, the WNBA has been putting entertainment on their back and doing a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Damn
Yeah.
right. Well, this starts off breath of sigh relief. Breathe a sigh relief, WNBA fans. There will be no lockout this season, with players reaching a deal with league officials on a new collective bargaining agreement after months of negotiations. Both sides sealed things early Wednesday morning with a champagne toast, and according to Seattle Storm star and WNBPA president Nneka Ogwumike, and if I mispronounced that, I'm truly sorry. The agreement finally gives the ladies a meaningful share of the league revenue.
Nice.
It goes on. It strengthens housing and retirement. Ogun Mike told Front Office Sports and expands resources for family planning and parental leave. It redefines what it means to be a professional in this league. This comes after players openly voiced frustrations with previous CBA from threatening to sit out games this upcoming season if their demands weren't met to wearing "Pay Us What You Owe Us" shirts during the 2025 All Stars game warm up to get their message across. Chicago Sky Star Angel Reese reportedly took shots at the league, claiming her W salary didn't cover her $8,000 monthly rent. Aja Wilson also sounded off, saying last year the players are standing on business when it comes to getting paid. Understanding that we are a business and we are a brand and see the money coming in, we see the increase in everything, the NBA superstar said on a boardroom podcast. So it's like, all right, let's continue to put out a great product, but let's pay that product. Fans even had their backs. At an unrivaled league game, their supporters chanted, "Pay the players," a clear message to the WNBA. The players and fans spoke, the league listened. Tip off for May 8th is set.
Yay.
So, and are they gonna like? So, am I understanding it when I say they're not going to get like or see the change in salary until after May 8th, or are they working to get it now and preparing them for for the May 8th start? I don't.
Well, when they're preparing for the start, they're not playing right now.
Okay, but are okay.
So what they did previously, right? They weren't getting paid, and so now they've signed contracts. So this upcoming season, we'll be getting paid what we are owed, what we're worth.
Work.
I just don't understand why we're still in 2026 and people still think it's okay to pay women less. I'm like, we keep talking about this until we're blue in the face. We've been talking about equity for women's pay. We're in 2026. Like, why is this still hard for y'all to comprehend?
And people still want to say some stupid shit like, "Oh, feminism is gonna," what they say. I forgot what they said about, but it was stupid. And you clearly see why feminism is needed. Women are still being made. So white women still making 75 cents on a man's dollar. Black women make even less. Spanish women make even less than that.
And I
So
just don't understand. Like, I just don't understand how we are still peddling inequality for any other person than a white man. I don't understand why we are still in this loop.
Oh, you understand it.
So I
You
understand
already
it.
said who's doing it. I mean,
Yes, I
nothing's
do
unbelievable
understand
about
it.
that. But these
But we
girls,
need coons to stop so we can all
these
rise up.
girls, were getting paid less when the WNBA first started because, there was a lot of interest, but they've elevated the game, they've elevated their play, they've drawn in bigger crowds. I mean, they've really done a lot
The
to
work.
elevate this league. And for them to still be arguing about the measly pay, I mean, people out in the private sector making more money than a lot of these girls. I mean, so the fact that they had to almost damn near go on strike and get locked out and all that for a salary is just ridiculous.
It is.
And
It's
these
just
owners
too
making money hand over
hand over
fist.
fist. Uh-huh.
Yes.
And don't want to give it up. People got to strong
Mm-mm.
arm you to give up the money. That shit is crazy to
It's
me.
crazy. Yes, it is. The WNBA in the last 2 years, since all these new girls have come in. Not to say the veterans, weren't hard playing,
Oh
but
yeah,
I
no, they
think
were.
just in general, the visibility, the popularity, you know,
Uh-huh.
the elevated play is all of that's come together, to make this league exciting. And these people need to be rewarded for that.
Yeah, they do.
The only people making money is the ones with deals with companies and
And that
brands.
ain't even from their paycheck. That is still
No, it's
not
not from
their
their paycheck. No, even the top
paycheck.
seeds, what, 200 and something? No, 160,000 a year, some ridiculous amount of money.
I just don't understand. I mean, I do understand, but I'm like, how are we still in the frame that you can get away with it?
Because they do
I,
get away with it.
I know, but it's
They
just they
do.
shouldn't be. And even when people was like, "Oh, we're gonna try," and I remember a company I worked for, "Oh, we're gonna bring the equity up," and da 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 da, like they were taking. I still wasn't. It still was. It wasn't right. Even when they say they're gonna do it, it's just disgusting to me.
It
It's just
is.
disgusting.
It is. The way they've pushed black people out because it's DEI. Didn't care about anything about education, like every black person in every job was DEI. And what they're replacing them with is supposed to be superior. It's just, I mean, it's like, what?
It's
Like,
just
come
really
on with
just
this
messy.
bullshit. This is bullshit. Now we really doing DEI, but at the advantage of white men. I mean,
Yeah, which
it's no
is
different, and
freaking.
it's not even qualified people. The way they try to keep um, Katanji off the Supreme Court, and then the guy who's taking over Homeland Security, did he even graduate fucking high school? I mean, come on now.
And that's it. What? Oh wait, they trying to put him on. He's got an AA degree.
What?
He's got an AA.
What make? Why does that make him more qualified?
It's not. He's not, and I'm sick
That's
of
that's
it.
what I'm saying. It's like they're acting like all the black people got in with DEI, which is not true. Some of them
No,
did get in on their merit. And just to fire those people willy nilly just because of the color of their skin, claiming they DEI and all this, it's just, it's
because of the
upsetting.
constant racism, we get overlooked. Our
It's
greatest,
upsetting.
and
Yes.
it's very annoying. And I'm just like, it's too. We too far in this world for this to still be going on. And I think it just ties
Right.
back into our whole government and presidency. It's so fucking annoying that we had to take this giant step back. I hope this means in the future we are going to sail past this part of the thing because there's such a giant step back. I hope so because it does not make sense.
It doesn't. There was a
I'm
thing about
tired
a
of
little girl who
hmm
had, she was taking college courses. She had to be 11 or 12,
hmm
like brilliant. And the negative comments, still black though, you know, like her achievement was, come
I don't
on,
even understand how people wake up with all that. That's a lot to wake up and just be hateful every
hateful,
day. Every
hateful.
day.
And I know a lot of this shit is from bot farms, but people run those bot farms. Those aren't just robots. There are people
hmm
behind those screens typing this bullshit, from the bot farm. So Yeah, just to disrespect her brilliance that way, just because she's black, just because of the color of your skin. Like when we all the same skin deep, we're
Breathe,
all the
breathe.
same. We're
We
all
all
the
have the same
same.
functions.
We
And let
cannot determine what color we're born. No one has control over that. You know?
mm-mm.
Oh Lord.
It's
Let me stop.
sickening. Oh, it's
By the grace of God, determine where you're born, what race you are, your location. I mean, no one has control over that. And the hate that goes on is just, it's mind boggling. Mind boggling. The propensity for violence and just the sheer determination to just kill people because of their beliefs or their skin color or their religion or this or that. You know, like yours is better. They're not good. They're not like you. You're above them. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And unfortunately, there's still a misconception right within the white community, and I noticed, because I've learned this from white friends, and there's a misconception that people truly believe that black people are handed these opportunities due to,
They
like,
do.
the black power movement and stuff like that. Oh, they're just giving black people. No, baby, in reality, black people have to work twice as hard to get half of what their white counterparts get. And that's just is how it's always been, and unfortunately I don't see that changing in any way, especially with the deliberate efforts to get rid of anything that's not white.
Right.
So
Now they just doing it out loud, and it's because they have permission from the man who runs this country. So now they're not obligated to try to be equitable in hiring. So now they can just do what the fuck they wanted to do in the first place.
y'all better take a note. Look, Target tried it. You see, Target tried it. Target is a great example. They literally played in black people's faces, reached out to me. Hey, come over here. We want to help y'all distribute your bid. Bring your black business over here. Soon as Trump get in the office, hey, let your white supremacy shine. Fuck everybody else that ain't white. So Target said, all right, well, fuck everybody. Fuck y'all. Fuck all them niggas that we told y'all to bring y'all shit over here. And now look, they sitting over just on their knees begging. Oh, please come back. Don't you love Tarjay? Look, we're Tarjay. Don't you love us? Come back. No, bitch.
Look, the preacher said y'all can come back now. This over. Baby, it's forever up and stuck. Forever. Target. Forever.
And this is coming from somebody who has, when I worked at Target for 2 years and had really enjoyed my time working there. I worked in the guest services and the photo lab. I truly enjoyed my time there, but baby, fuck y'all.
Yep.
Believe it or not, y'all, that was actually going to be my last story until this piece of I saw this piece of tea that I'm just going to quickly go over before we head out. Okay. So we were just talking about Shyne and Mace and Cameron earlier and how they messy as hell. Well, Shyne just added on to that messiness, honey. And let me share my screen, honey. I just saw this post that he put on his threads. And I'm just like, you a grown ass man, dog. Look at this. He put a clip of Ray J songs, I Hit It First, and then he gonna put on threads, let the record reflect, I did not hit it first. Most respectfully, wow. Mace, Cameron, and the It Is What It Is talk.
Wow.
I tried to tell y'all that I was disgusted by the first thing he said, and now look at him showing his true Belizean colors, honey. Now I don't feel sorry for your fucking ass for being deported. Anywho. Well, y'all know that was all the tea that I have for us today. So before we head out, did anybody have any tea that they want to share or any tea that I might have missed? All right, y'all. Well, it is always a pleasure. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. We will be back tomorrow for another live show if you can make it, starting at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to subscribe to a bitch. Head over to auntiederek.com, hit that big green subscribe button at the top left. And until tomorrow, you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Bye, everybody.
Cheers.